Shalom, shalom to the 144,000, the elect. Before I get started, let me give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rokah Qudash. Double honor to the apostle nails of great millstone. Peace and blessings to the brothers that are preaching the truth in the four winds of the earth. May Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, have mercy upon you. All right. All right, y'all got a video here, right? And I'm going to say this here before I turn this video on. But y'all be careful with them Eves out there. What do I mean? The so-called black woman. Be very, very, very careful. And if I was you, I wouldn't mess with them. Because most of them are what? I mean, look now. I know I go hard on Eve. Just like Eve go hard on us. You know, they go even extremely hard on us. But me, I don't have a problem with speaking my mind when it comes to a so-called black woman, because why? A so-called black woman don't mind speaking her mind when it comes to what? A so-called black man. So likewise, right? But guess what? At least I'm using the scriptures and using the word of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua and not Jesus, because those two are what? Is not the same entities. As much as well, the Heavenly Father is the one and true God, right? Yahweh. And His Son, one and true Son, is Yahushua. Not to change the subject of, but nothing is really when they say change the subject of. Hell, you know, if it comes from the scriptures and and it comes to mind, I guess it's in the spirit anyway for you to bring it up anyway or bring it out. Who knows? Or why the Lord had you bring out what you brought out. But hey, here we go. This is a video I'm about to show you, right? I'm gonna read the top part before I show you the video, right? It said this man invited a woman over for Netflix and chill, but she turned it into Netflix and lick. She lined him up to get robbed by her homeboys, and his Ring camera caught the whole thing. You got to be careful out here meeting new people. Thought he had one, and she thought she had a lick. Be safe and stay dangerous out here. So in other words, we're in perilous times. Meaning the word perilous goes into what? Dangerous situations. So this is what we're in. You know, Eve is she desperate out here. Right? She's desperate, and she would do just about anything for what? For to maintain her quote unquote status. Right? Of trying to be this boss babe, this all the more ignorant term that they use to boot themselves up for what? For whatever they're trying to listen, man, I'm going to say this right here. You know Disneyland? Y'all familiar with Disneyland, right? Disneyland was made for women, not men, right? Because they're all what? Fairy tales. Fairy tales. And who falls more for fairy tales? You know, women fall for fairy tales more than men. Because men don't fantasize in the like manner that women fantasize. Women fantasize and they try to make their fantasy come what? Come true. They do it all the time. So here we go. Let's get into the video right here. I gotta go here. Hold on. No, you know what I did? I think I did. I put it over here. Here it is, right here. Check this out. They were running back and forth in my front yard, trying to figure out how they could penetrate or try to make the arrangements to get inside my house.
Arthur Jones describes the moment as terrifying when several guys tried to break into his home.
I had invited a lady friend to come to my residence and spend some time with me, and we were listening to music, watching videos,
and having a few drinks.
But he says that woman and another were plotting to rob him the whole time. Watch as the women go in and out of the home over and over. Then at least 3 men arrive at the door. One woman walks out. She then tells them to go away.
I was getting alerts from my phone that they were going down my door, and I realized that they were trying to rob me.
The 2 women were arrested, but the men are still on the run.
Look at them, y'all. Look at them. 2 young things too, right? But wicked as hell. That's why, you know, I know you brothers be talking about you want, you want a young woman instead of an old woman. Hell, these young ones is more even wickeder than what than them old ones is. You know, death is nothing to Eve. Eve is just like Esau, man. You know, they can delete you, man, and then go to the Waffle House after chopping you up. This is what's going on out here, man. You know, and times to get it. Now we're in 2026. 2026 is going to be, I know, twice or even 3 times or even worse, 7 times as 2025 was. And you all going to see it. I know you can't fathom it because you're so used to doing and getting away with a lot of you notice a lot of so-called black females within the last let's say about 4 or 5 years, the incarceration rate is high now. I looked up that, and I looked up the probation and all that. Eve is on probation, man, like no other. I told a guy I know, what, about 4 years ago? I said, it won't be long, probably like 4 or 5 years ago. It won't be long, they're going to take some of these prisons, they're going to flip them over and turn them men prison into a female prison. And who going to be up in there? Eve. Yeah, y'all got them county jails full right now. I even did a statistics on that. There's more so-called black women than any other race in them county jails, man. Google it. I ain't got like that'll be my video. I mean, I know my video be long as hell sometimes, you know. Well, not really, but you know, longer than most. Because I be trying to Google and look up stuff, but be trying to prove points. These women is wicked as hell, man. It said newscast castle homeowner nearly robbed on Christmas morning. Let's finish it out.
Run.
The subjects had fled prior to the officers' arrival, and they canvassed the area and were able to locate 2 females that were involved, and they arrested them. They are not cooperating.
I remember this here. I can't remember the let me start this. Let me see something. I can't remember the let me go back here, right? Okay, yeah, okay. I seen it, I saved it, and not December 20. It said on Christmas though, hey, because this brother right here posted this on December 28th of 2025, right? So this was on Christmas. So it was on Christmas. It was on Christmas Day, right? So let's read the top part again right here. Let me read. Damn, I messed it up, y'all. Damn, I messed it up. Y'all bear with me for a minute. Let me put it back up here. Y'all bear with me for a minute. I gotta put it back up here, y'all. I had it y'all bear with me. It won't come up. Hold up. I think I gotta get it right here. I was about to read the so I know what I have to do. I'm gonna have to go back. I'm gonna have to back up from this right here. Cause I can't put it up. Because I got the other part over here. Yeah, I do. So what I'm going to have to do, I'm going to go here. I'm going to go here, y'all. Let me see something right quick. Because if I delete, let me see something. Y'all bear with me. Okay, now that's something else I wanted to do. Let's go back over here. Now I got to come out of this right here. I got to come back up in here. I got to put it back up, man. I done screwed up. There you go. There we go. There we go. There we go, y'all. I was gonna read. Okay, let's read this right here. It wouldn't scroll up. Okay, let's read this again. Like I said, right? Oh, this man invited a woman, but y'all see that she brought another woman with her. Invited. Why would you invite two women, especially young women like that? Them women, if hey, I can't say where he got them from, or how they end up hooking up or whatever, because they got these sites around here and they hooking up left and right. Me myself, I've never been on a site. What they call them sites, them dating sites and all that shit. I don't know. I mean, that's just something I never thought about doing. Anyway, he said again, this man invited a woman over for Netflix and chill, but she turned it into Netflix and lick. Meaning a lick, meaning that she was trying to what? Made a lick trying to rob him. Man probably ain't got too much of nothing. Right? She lined him up to get robbed by her homeboy, and his Ring camera caught the whole thing. You got to be careful out here meeting the new people. Let's read the comments. You might be able to get some let's see. He must ain't got no pew pew. I heard him say something about let me get my gun. He probably ain't got no. He probably ain't had one though, like this guy here said, right? Okay, Corey says he yelled for someone to get his gun, but that could have been a bluff. I think so too. Because that should have been the first thing he should have ran to, and let them try to kick that door in, and he was holding it, right, to scare them away. But even if he had one, how was he supposed to grab it while trying to hold the door? Exactly. Closed while they were trying to kick it in. So if he left the door, they would have got in. So he looked like he's a pretty big guy. Let's see. Marcus Long says, he said in the video, while they were breaking in, he said something about getting a gun. Y'all heard that too. Okay, he says further, Marcus says, exactly. He says shit, and you trying to get some that time of an AM and inviting them over, laugh out loud. He should have had something in that house other than holding his his thing, right? Waiting on a stranger. Bet he will next time. Yeah, ain't no way in the hell I'm gonna invite some young girls over. I mean, hell, if I'm 20 years, 25 years, 30 years their age, their interest in me is not gonna be for their interest in me. They interest in me for what? For money. And like I said, times are hard. So why would you even do that? I just don't. Hey, Jake be hard up like hell. Damn, Marcus, he got a lot of damn. I mean, he the only one got things on him. He said he was telling the chick to get it while he was holding the door. Yeah, if he did that, but the chick was with the guys. So why would he tell the chick to get something when she's the one that was setting it up? And Eve trigger happy as hell. Eve put that gun in her hand. They don't know how to put the gun in their hand and fake with it. They'll put their hand on the trigger and be killed Jake. Yeah, that women do. They don't know how to put the gun down. They don't know how to put their finger over part of where the trigger not put their. They'll put their hand. See, they don't know most automatic weapons. They have that hair, like a touch. You touch it, they're gonna fire. Bam. And they be playing. That's why they allow them to get shot all the time. Or they being shot, being killed people that they don't really mean to kill. Or delete. Marcus says as well, as soon as he saw what was happening on the ring camera. No, but see, Jake's probably lame. He see, but he don't want in his mind. He not thinking these chicks are trying to set him up. Yeah, some of these Jake weak, man. The way they had them two young skunks in my house. Marcus Lawrence also say soon as he no, not let me see. Damn, okay, they go McCray. Lanessa McCray says you can hear him tell someone in the house to get his gun. Yeah, but he was talking to the same woman that was setting him up. I didn't hear it. Gotta go back and watch it again. Brittany says, AM and you still ain't crack? He should have knew something was up. It's a woman here, ain't it? Brittany. Look like a dude. To my AM, you still ain't crack. Let me see. Brittany, word by 10:30. Hold up, y'all. Did he say penetrate his house? Hold up. They just gossiping here, man. I thought somebody want to tell me something and give me something. Okay, let's see what he say. Petty Lee say they wrong for that, but you can tell he was being horny and invited that girl over to his house at 4 a.m. with her friend at that, knowing he didn't know her, and what's even worse, his kids were at home. What? Oh yeah, he did say something about some kids. I think the news reporter, I said when all this occurred, men, you know what? Hold up, y'all. I think there's another video up here. Yeah, it is. Hold on, let's see this right here. Let me click on this right here. Y'all bear with me.
I was just there holding my door, and where they couldn't be able to get in, but I had to hold my door with force to keep from them trying to break in my house.
You can still see that damage left behind, including chips in the front door paint. When you open the door and try to come inside, you can see cracks in the door frame from where the suspects tried to kick the door in. Some nails are in place as a temporary fix.
Well, yeah, she brought her one of her friends with her, and I said we're just hanging out watching TV videos. And
Jones and his kids were all at their home on Northwest.
There it is. Jones and his kids was all. Ooh, he's a dummy. He's a dummy, y'all.
5th Street. He tells me he invited a woman to celebrate the holiday with him. She brought a +1 and an entourage, waiting for the perfect time to strike.
Go. They were going back and forth in and out my door, and I was figuring something wasn't right, so I got a ringtone, a ring cam.
You know what? I think they seen it from that point. I think they seen the ring camera from that point. Cause you see how they ducked when he came back by. Jake came back by. They were ducking. Somebody must have finally seen the ring camera.
Go. They were going back and forth in and out my door, and I was figuring something wasn't right, so.
See him right there? He ducked. He ducked right there. Now they figured out he had a ring camera right there. Dumb.
I got a ringtone, a ring camera, and they were being on the camera plotting and setting up to be able to break in my door with the entourage she had with her.
Around 3:40 a.m., that entourage tried to kick the door in. Police say when they...
I mean, you can tell me, man, Jake, man, you invite them tramps over to your house, and then you turn around and let me see something here. Here we go. I'm still here. Okay, the video. You mean tell me you invited them women over to your house on Christmas while your kids was up in there? That's Jake, though. That's Jake. I'm gonna go over these scriptures here. I ain't gonna be long with this. I ain't gonna be long with this video here. I'm just, you know, I know a lot of times we use scriptures, and they're what is called repetitive, right? Meaning, a repeat. The scriptures mean hell. The scriptures are repetitive, right? In a major way. You know why? Because just like judgment comes in like manner, doesn't it? Huh? Therefore, you know, you wicked Israelites who keeps repeating the same or similar sinful behavior in like manner, rebuked and warned by the what? By the prophets, because the prophets are what? Coming right back and repeating what? The same actions as what? As you are repeating the same similar behavior, right? But you know, the prophet will continue to what until that hour. What hour? The hour of death and destruction of said America, man. Until then, listen up. So let's go to 2 Timothy 3 and verse 3 and 1. This know also that in the last days perilous times, meaning perilous again, it goes into what? A dangerous situations. And that's a very dangerous situation for who? For him and his kids. He could have got himself and them kids, because listen, man, again, you know, shit happens. And when it do happen and go down, them they ain't no damn children. You know, y'all love to call women that's 18, 17, 18, 19, 20 years old. Y'all love calling them damn young and calling them kids. Even the young men. Them young men and young women, man. Huh? They all screwing. And they all been screwing. You know. Amazing. You know, but we you know, that's Esau. Esau taught you this here. So Esau got you repeating bad behavior, and got you repeating things that most of you all don't even know about. But most of you all don't even care. All you want to do is what? You want to run around here and create perilous times, meaning dangerous situations for people. But guess what? Next time they might get deleted. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. Are we definitely in perilous time? Yeah. Shit's getting harder and harder, man. Harder and harder. Shit's getting harder and harder. Let's go to Matthew, right? Which is 24. Most know where I'm going. Matthew 24 and 24 and 12. But hey, y'all ain't seen nothing yet. The Lord just cranking up, and when it really gets down to being people having that, you know, their psychotic behavior or psycho behavior, because in wax cold, we see 24 and 12, Matthew 24 and 12, and because iniquity, meaning sinful behavior, wickedness, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. And this is what we're in. We're in what? We're in perilous times, meaning dangerous situations, and in the process of what? Of the situation getting dangerous, you know, psychotic behavior, which is a reaction from what? And in the process of what? People waxing cold goes into what? Sins increasing, right? And they just what? It just get more increasing into what? Meaning to what? It's multiply, right? You know, they're gonna have to eat. That's just one day or one, maybe they might get a lick, and 1 or 2 days they may have to what? Go back and get another lick for what? To eat. So these sinful and psychotic behavior and people waxing cold, they're going to increase on a daily. Daily. And Eve, you know, Eve greedy as hell, man. You can't, boy, try feeding two of them. One of them is enough trying to feed them. Try feeding two of them, man. Them damn women can eat, man. They can eat. They can put something down. They'll eat you know, that crab, I don't know, what they call it. What they call that shit? Them the crabs and the corn and the legs and all that. They'll sit there and suck up all that stuff by themselves. Get one apiece. Just disgusting. I can imagine what they smell like when they get to eating that crap. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. That's right. So now let's go to Ephesians. Now, before I go to Ephesians, let's go over here to let's go in the Apocrypha. Just thought of this one, which is Apocrypha. Let's go to 2nd Ezra 16. Don't 16? Yeah, 16. They go to 16 in verse 17. Woe is me! Woe is me! Who will deliver me in those days? Who's going to, especially you women, who's going to deliver you in those in them days when men start coming at you? You know, your plotting and your well, let me just say your figure, you know, ain't gonna mean nothing in what real soon. Ain't gonna mean nothing real soon. Your fake eyelashes, your long nails, none of that stuff is not gonna mean anything to a man. You know, because they're gonna want to what? Just want to release, and it's not gonna be you. And you're not gonna in that day. You're not gonna be choosing who you lay down with, and picking and choosing. They're gonna be choosing you. Woe is me! Woe is me! Who will deliver me in those days? So you're not gonna be delivered in those days because why? Because for one, you have not turned from your wickedness, your wicked ways. You allowing yourself to what? Because we're in the times of what? Of Jacob's trouble, which is beginnings of what? Of sorrows. Huh? Sorrow. Well, people gonna be what? Man, listen, man. The smell of death is gonna be a normal smell, a normal scent to a lot of people, to all of us, real soon. The beginnings of sorrow, meaning Jacob's trouble, and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginnings of wars, and the powers, which is Esau, Edom powers, and we definitely in the time of war. You know, war can be what in the neighborhood too. When I say war in the neighborhood, meaning you are what coming up in war and coming up and being against one another, right? Because the scriptures speak about that. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword. Meaning, the modern day sword today is the gun. So these are the times that we're in for what? For dangerous situations, and psychotic behavior, and mainly these women, these so-called black women, Jake, we setting you up, man. Watch out. The beginnings of sorrows and great mournings, the beginnings of famine, food shortages, and great death. Because why? The smell of death is going to be in the air, man, like a normal smell. The beginnings of wars and the powers and shall stand in fear. The beginnings of evil. The word beginnings of evil. The word evil goes into what? Bad times. America is definitely in what? In bad times. Just turned around and gave Benjamin, not a Jew, just gave him what? Just gave them $29 billion. Yeah, and a lot of multiple jets. Imagine that. And you got people laying around here can't even feed themselves, and all these people homeless, but you giving somebody billions of dollars. Come on, man, can't make this shit up. Rest in peace, my brother. What shall I do when these evils shall come? What you gonna do? Because believe me that what? That these bad times and wicked situations that you're going to be put in, guess who putting them in you? Put it in you. The Lord, man. Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shah. Or what is it? Amos 3 and 6. So the trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord have not done it? Y'all don't want to listen, man. Y'all don't want to wake up. Don't want to stop the what? The madness. You want to conspire, and then you Israelites. Look how many of you Israelites selling out now. If you all around here chasing the Israelite group, and they around here chasing money, and you thinking that they are righteous, why do you all, that's a worldly trait. What do I mean by a worldly trait? That's a worldly trait for you all to think just because a man versus a man having a beautiful garment on and the other man having a not so beautiful garment on, that the one that has the beautiful garment on, he's the one that is filled with the knowledge of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. Madness. But that just goes into that you not what? You don't have the spirit, the true spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. Because y'all are still hanging on the words of rich men and women that Esau Edom pays and give to what pay them for a purpose, and that purpose is to keep you dumbed down and not know anything. Keep you worshiping them. They are idols, man, in your eyes, man. This is why y'all believe what they say. Y'all got to learn, man, in the days to come. Don't follow the most, right? You see 20,000 people going one way, and you got 10 going the other way. You better follow that 10, and that's a great chance those are gonna be what? The men of the men of the Lord. Those are the times that we are definitely coming in. Behold, famine, and we're already in these times. Behold, famine and plague, and tribulation and anguish, meaning it goes into what? Mental suffering, anguish, are sent as scourges, meaning punishment, for what? For an amendment. Right? These things for an amendment, meaning what? The Heavenly Father we're going to make a betterment, an improvement of the earth by us coming to a power and authority of the earth, man. And getting rid of who? Esau Edom. Out of his wicked kingdom. Because once that fire hit this place here, this place would not come back. America would not come back. For those of you all, let's go to Ephesians, which is Ephesians 5. Y'all bear with me. Ephesians, I know 5 and 15. I think I'm showing that 5 and 15. Ephesians 5 and verse 15, right? Let's see. Yeah, 5 and 15, we'll start here. See then that ye walk circumspectly. And how most of you all, when you come out within and what out of your home and you go in the streets, how many of you all are looking around and paying attention to what's taking place? Most of you all are not. I'm very sure that 95% of you are not, or probably even higher than that. You want to know why? Because most of y'all want to get high and you want to drink. Every time you come out the house, you're trying to look for something to drink or something to smoke. Madness, man. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. That's not going to be many of us because, again, only the 1/3 of the children of Israel, which is the elect, which is the hopeful elect, is going to be what? That be in that small number concerning not being not as fools but as wise. What verse 16? Redeeming the time. And how do you redeem the time? Meaning you got to make good use of your time, and not be what? Be involved in large crowds and looking for the next party and hanging out just to do what? Listen, man, them women that, let me tell you a good way to avoid these demons. You got one that you want to smoke, if you want to smoke and want to drink, that's not someone you want to be around anyway. Because she got a habit. A person with a habit would do it just about anything, man. Redeeming the time because the days are evil. Are we in some evil time? Yes. You would do better off getting you one of them damn, like the Apostle Paul say all the time. Get you one of them Edomites, man. One of them damn white women, man. You ain't gotta worry you ain't gotta worry about this right here. You know, cause Eve be on some petty, wicked shit, man. And you know, I'm gonna show you a video I seen, right? Boy, if look could kill. Look at this right here. Huh? And man, how many Eve would do this right here? This is a brother right here, right? It's on his page. What's the brother's name? Yawada. If I sketch your name up, brother, sorry. I'm bad with names anyway. You know. See, he say I can't get it. Anyway, he got this this right here, right? This short here of this Edomite woman, which is a gorgeous woman, and she got a nice shape on her, right? But look at this sister right here. Check this out.
Rock, paper, scissors for your number. Right. Good. Rock.
For those of you all, let's turn it up a little bit. He said rock paste. He said rock with that thing. Rock paper scissors for your phone number, right? Listen up.
Rock, paper, scissors for your number. Right. Good. Rock, paper, scissors says shoot. Rock, paper, scissors says shoot. Big scissors. Hi. Big scissors. Woo!
Well. Look at E, man. Look at E, y'all. Look at E. Boy, if looks could kill, man. If looks could kill. But y'all be with them white men all day long. You know, E, let me tell you something. E, I know y'all be sneaking around with them white men all the time. All the time. But when you see a brother and he getting at a white woman, this is how most of you all look right here.
The most diabolical haters this side of the Mississippi. I hate you. I don't even know you, and I hate your guts. I hope all the bad things in life happen to you and nobody else but you.
Look at that look, y'all. Look could kill. He got a few precepts up here too. I mean, he got a few. Let me read these other things. He say, "Yeah, that is man. If look could kill, can kill, we would have been what? Dead. Keisha is through. Yeah, man. These so-called black women, man, for the most part, man, they through, man. You know, if you don't, when you don't be meeting the most thought bucket girls out there in the public, and trying to go lay down with them, man, because you gonna find yourself in what? In a dangerous situation, man. Yeah, definitely in dangerous situation. Because why? Because they're always scheming, especially ones that always want to drink and smoke. You hear them talking, they want to drink, they want to smoke, especially that smoke. Leave them alone, man. Leave them alone. But I advise you to leave them alone anyway. Because why? Because they ain't nothing but trouble. This brother here say, as I sip from my cup, that surely Keisha funky ass done spit in, the turnaround would have sealed it for me. Brother said, Shalom, how about you? Have a shot, right? Barakatah. This brother got a precept. Ecclesiasticus 26:6. But a grief of heart and sorrow perfect is a woman that is jealous over another woman, and a scourge of the tongue which communicateth with all. So, brother, leave these wicked Eves alone. Go find you another nation or woman to what? To spend your time with, man. You know, to relieve your pressure. Because Eve is with a lot of games. That's all she want to do is play games. If she don't want to be with you, then guess what? Let her be. Let her be. Because everything is about money. With them, everything is about money. So why everything can't be about sex when it comes to a man? There it is. You want something, I want something. But me, I don't buy coochie. Let me get on here before I say too much. Call all Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shah by Hashem, Ukakadah. Shalom, y'all.